Ooh, that's something with some size. What is good, YouTube? I was just kind of riding around exploring some stuff and looking at some places that I found on Google Maps, which, like I have said in bunches of videos before, Google Maps and apps like Onyx Hunt are very, very key to help you find new places. Anyway, I don't know that I'm going to fish this spot right here just because it's a good ways down. It's probably 10 or so feet down the bank to where you can actually get to the water line. But once the water comes up and this is up to summer pool, it'll be a lot easier to fish. I mean, there's a catfish that somebody caught and filleted. So anyway, I'm going to kind of walk around here and see if I can find somewhere that's a little bit easier access. I think I see a spot just down here. I don't know, but anyway, we'll see you in just a minute. All right, just a little walk through the woods. I found what I think is going to be a good spot, especially when the water starts to come up a little bit more, which when it gets up to summer pool, it's not going to be fishable from right here because most of this right here in front of me is going to be underwater by quite a bit. All that structure out there, all those current breaks, that just screams flathead. And I have caught several flatheads out of this creek before. It's been a long time and they weren't all that big, but still. So I am going to go back up to my vehicle, get my muck boots, shed this hoodie because it is entirely too hot for this freaking hoodie. Like, it's funny, when I leave to go somewhere, it's nice and cool, good hoodie weather. As soon as I get there, scorching. All right, so far so good. I'll have to remember this coming winter because I've got several deep little pools along through here that would be good for holding some crappie. So I'm going to throw around a swim bait for a little bit and see what happens. I do have to watch because there's obviously a lot of logs through here.
That one puckered up my butthole.
Ooh, crossing that right there, that would, yeah. But I do like this little spot right here on this sandbar. It's nice and flat, got quite a bit of room, and it is appearing to be fairly deep right here. And there is a little bit of shade. All right, something keeps pecking at this swim bait, but it's too small to get it down, so I'm going to change out rods and hopefully be able to get something down in there despite all this freaking wind. I'm going to put one of these Bobby Garland live roamers on here, and this jig head that I'm using is just an Eagle Claw swim bait head kit thing. You can get them in a pack at Walmart for like, I think, $8 or something like that. They're pretty cheap. It gets two sizes, 32nd ounce and 16th ounce, and 4 different colors. Fish. Well, we're not skunked. I don't know how deep this is right here, but you can tell it just drops off quick. Dude's got a gut on it, it's been eaten. But usually when something drops off that abruptly, it's usually pretty deep. Which I know there are some really deep holes in this creek back this way, because I've kayaked it before and just came across some really, really deep spots. So, hey, if we just catch a couple of bluegill back here, I'll be fine with that. Gotcha. What do you are? What do you are? Got my hopes up. Heck, I was lucky to even get a bite on you. It's a little yellow bass, a little juvenile yellow bass. A lot of people confuse these for striper a lot, but they're not. I mean, they are a striped bass, but they are not a striped bass. They are a yellow bass. I think I'm gonna have to go to a smaller jig head because I'm getting a lot of bites like right here in this little horseshoe, but they're too small to get it down. Ooh, came out of nowhere. Another little gillikin. I don't think I've got a single bite farther out in the middle or along the far bank there. They've all just been holding like pretty tight to this right here. I put a little bit smaller jig on, but the problem is this wind. As soon as I cast it, catches my line and pulls it directly to the bank. There's another one. Another species. We're up to what, 3 species today? It's a good chunky red ear sunfish. I know some of y'all are probably sick and tired of hearing each species by the time every time I catch one. It's a habit. When you catch a couple thousand fish a year and you're IDing species for people, that's what happens. But yeah, red ear sunfish, they usually have a little bit more pointy mouth than a bluegill, and they always have that little black, or not black, but orange patch behind its ear, which is kind of weird to call it a red ear sunfish when it's got an orange patch, but sometimes it can be more of a reddish hue. Oh, something picked it up on the fall. Another yellow bass. Man, that wind is getting ferocious. Can I have it back? Can you open your mouth so that I can take a good picture of you? A little yellow bass. I checked it up here in this little V behind these logs and seen my line was kind of moving. I was like, what the deal here? What's going on, Sam? Oh. You know, sometimes I feel bites better when I'm not paying attention. Half the time I miss them. Another gill. That one, like I was, you know, y'all are obviously watching this. I'm looking into Narnia up in that direction somewhere. Just happened to feel that bite. I guess I could go over the bait that I'm using and the rods and all that stuff, because there are a few of y'all that wonder that stuff, and I'm terrible about remembering to put that stuff in the description. It's honestly just easier to say it. Ooh, that one feels a little bit nicer. Of course, I'm also dragging him along the bank, and it ain't all that nicer. It's just another little attitude, chunky gut-filled red ear. Man, that wind is something else today. But the jig I'm using is nothing crazy, nothing special. It's just a B&M ball head jig you can get at Walmart for like 96 cents for a 10-pack. Good jigs. The bait, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's I think it's a 1.2 or 1.3 something from Euro Tackle. Good baits, they're just kind of expensive. And the rod is my quickly becoming favorite, actually probably favorite rod so far. 6-foot 1 piece ACC crappie sticks. It is the model of it, if you can see that, is the GS061P, 3.3 ounces, medium fast. But I don't believe that for a second that this rod is a medium, because hopefully y'all can kind of see that thing has a fairly light tip. Like, it makes bluegill and stuff like that feel really good. And I've got it paired up with a Shimano Stratic 1000. This is the older model. Stupidly solid reel. And this setup, while it being a lighter setup, can obviously handle some bigger fish, because I caught this fish right here on this setup. It was my new PB bass from several weeks back. 6 pounds 10 ounces. Caught it doing what I'm doing now, just throwing little micro jigs for whatever wants to bite. There's another one. What are you? There's a little yellow bass that's barely hooked. That's a pretty one. But another nice little fun size fish. You know, this trip here isn't really about catching big fish, which would be a plus if we did. I'm not gonna complain. But it's more of just kind of figuring the spot out, seeing what it's all about, seeing what's on the plate, so to speak. And got us another one. Another little micro yeller bass. You know, I know there's some people out there that are wondering, you know, why are you happy to catch little dinky fish like that? The fact of the matter is, they're fish. I'm happy with any fish that I catch. I don't care how big or small it is. I am a numbers angler, not so much quality. Now, I'm definitely not going to complain if a, you know, 63 or 52 pound catfish, or a, you know, 6 pound 10 ounce bass, or 14 15 inch crappie come along. There's one. Looks like this little creek is full of nothing but yellow bass, and I snagged you, so I can't count you. Alright, I've had enough of this little jig. The bite seems like it's dying off a little anyway. Alright, we're gonna throw on one of these here 6 cents clobber minnows in Pro Chicken. It's kind of your electric chicken, or whatever that flavor color is called. I'm putting it on a 1/24 Barbie Garland Moglo head, just cause that was the first jig head that I got hands on. And it looks like a pretty full body, but the thing is with these clobber minnows is this right here is just a little flap, folds up to take up less space when the fish tries to inhale it. Ooh, that's something with some size. That's definitely the hardest fighting of the day. And hey yo, that's our old buddy, the drum bud. These things are hated on so much, but I like drum. They fight good. They probably eat good. I know there's some people out there that eat these. I don't. Might do it one day. Heck, I could do it today, but I ain't. But these things are underappreciated. You know, so many people would call that a trash fish, but there ain't no such thing as a trash fish. Just trash people. Gotcha. What are you? You are a little bass fish. think you could possibly be a juvenile spot, but it's kind of hard to tell with these juvenile ones. Now, actually, I think that one's a largemouth. A couple of the other characteristics just ain't there. But that was very cool seeing that one come up and slam it. You know, sometimes you just have to sit down and enjoy the scenery. Unwind a little bit. Ah, shoot. And did I get it back? Yep. Even with super light line, especially with braid, because braid doesn't have any stretch to it, if you just tighten your drag, not like a lock it down, and just give it a real slow, steady pull, a lot of times you can just bend your hook out and get your bait back. Okay, that one got a little bit damaged. So do we have anything else in here that we can throw? We got plenty of things in here that we can throw. It's just whether I can dig them out. There we go. This box here is one of the mule fishing tackle boxes, but I've got like 3 of them. That one there just happens to be my like micro baits box. I don't think there's anything in it. It's longer than about 2 inches. Some things are as small as, I think, about 0.3 or 0.4. Actually, I know some of the baits in there are 0.39. So I'm talking like micro. Hey, we finally caught something. It's been a good minute. And that is proper. Ow! You little goober. Just because I stabbed you in the face don't mean you should stab me in the hand. Everything on these little yellow bass is sharp. I am not lying about that. Them things are, everything on them is spicy. We'll put it that way. What are you? You're a big old gill. Alright, we got hands on, so it counts. And that one is going to be the last one of the afternoon. Now, I could easily just stand out here and fish a lot longer, but I'm not going to. So, we are going to pack her up, and I will see y'all back at the vehicular. Well, YouTube, I think that is going to be it. It's not going to be the last time that I fish this, because this creek definitely has the potential, like from previous videos and some of the bigger fish that I've caught here. Like in this creek, it goes for miles. Right here definitely has potential with all this structure. It's just prime habitat for, you know, catfish to hide in. But like I said, I have caught some flatheads. I've definitely caught some big blues out of this creek, and definitely caught a lot of channel cats. But we know the bait fish are in here. Definitely had a lot of fun catching these little creek fish, and like I said, I'm sure there's somebody out there that wonders why anybody would have any fun catching these little bitty fish. Well, it's fishing. I enjoy catching any fish that I catch. It could be just a teeny tiny little micro shiner, or it could be a trophy class catfish. I don't care. I have fun with all the fish that I catch. Because like I said, I'm more of a numbers angler. I hope you liked the video. Check out the link in the top of the description. That's my mule fishing affiliate link. And the second link is the St. Jude's donation link in case you would like to help out with the families there. And my Instagram, I've been trying to remember to plug it. It'll be in the description below all that. So definitely check that out if you want to follow me on Instagram. But again, hope you liked the video. We'll see you in the next one.